Borrower is slave to the lender. Guys, when you're in debt, you're the slave, the bank is the master. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Frank Talks Money. Real quick guys, I just need one small favor. Remember to smash that like button. The more likes the video receives, the more the algorithm will share the video with the more like-minded people like you and me. Now let's get right into the content. So guys, Proverbs 22:7 says, the borrower is slave to the lender. There could not be a more truer statement. When you have debt, you have to service your master, which is the bank. Which brings me back to my title. The borrower is slave to the lender. When you have debts, guys, the bank doesn't give a shit about what you have going on. They want their money. I got a quick story I want to tell you guys. What a friend of mine is experiencing right now because of recent debt that she has taken on, which is causing her to have some anxiety. It's causing her to be pissed off, mad, because now she has to stay in her current position when she wanted to get out of that position, but she can't now. She can't do it now because she's taken on a massive debt and now she cannot afford to leave her current position. This is going to be a quick story, guys, so let me get right into it. Hey, guys, as of the recording of this video, I am 166 subscribers away from 7,000. Guys, so if you like the content, smash that subscribe button. I am a straight shooter, no fluff. I tell it like it is. So hit that subscribe button and join the family. Thanks again. I appreciate the support. Now back to the video. So guys, when I first came to my current company, I had an employee. We're going to call her Sue. Sue was just an employee. Sue had a great work ethic. So I worked with Sue. She was dependable, hardworking, did anything I would ask of her. So I made Sue a shift leader, right? And then a couple years later, I made Sue an assistant manager, right? And so Sue works in one of our travel stops currently right now. I've moved on and transferred to different locations, but Sue still works at the original travel stop where I started, where I hired her at. So right now, guys, Sue was living in a fourplex apartment building, right? She was living in a fourplex, her and her husband. And the fourplex was recently sold this spring. The new owner took over the fourplex, right? And said he was not renewing anyone's lease. So when Sue's lease came up, she had to move. So she said, well, me and my husband have decided we're going to go ahead and buy a home. See, what happened, guys, was her rent where she had lived there for so many years. The landlord was older. He really didn't raise the rents a whole lot, moderately every year as rents started going up after inflation and all that good stuff. He really wasn't raising the rent. I think Sue was only paying like $800 a month. So the landlord got older, sold the apartment building, right? New landlord comes in, says, I'm not renewing anyone's lease. You're all month to month. And basically what he wanted to do was he wanted to get everybody out so he can raise the rents to market level, right? So Sue and her husband decided they was going to go ahead and buy a home. Well, guys, Sue and her husband bought a home, right? And the only thing I'm going to say is their payment is up there. If I had to guess, I know they paid over $300,000 for their home here in Indiana. And so with the current interest rates, the payment has to be over $2,000 a month. Guys, Sue was already thinking about stepping down out of management. She has a small young child, right? She has two older children that have graduated high school. But Sue had her third child 5 or 6 years ago. Her child is going to enter kindergarten, right? Sue wants to be a more involved mom. She wants to get out of the pressures and stress of being a manager, right? Well, guess what, guys? Sue no longer has a choice. Because of her mortgage debt now, Sue has to stay in her current position. She cannot demote herself. She cannot afford to take a decrease in pay. Guys, Sue is highly upset about this. We talked last month about it, and I could just feel like the hurt in her voice because she knows she will not be able to be there for her daughter the way she wants to be there for her daughter. Because Sue works all types of shifts, day shifts, mid shifts, evening shifts. When she works evening shifts, she may not get home till midnight. So because of that debt, guys, Sue is stuck. Sue can't take a lesser position. Sue can't afford to take a decrease in pay. Sue is stuck. Guys, don't let yourselves be stuck. Because the bank don't give a shit. This is the bank's attitude right now. Excuse my language. You get off work at night, your child is already at home in bed. Fuck you. Pay me. You can't go have a date night with your husband. Fuck you. Pay me. You can't get up and take your kid to school because you're already at work. Fuck you. Pay me. You can't be at home to cook your family dinner. Fuck you. Pay me. You can't be at home to help your daughter with homework. Fuck you. Pay me. Guys, the bank doesn't give a fuck about what obligations you have with your family. The bank only cares about you servicing them and paying them back the money that you borrowed. The bank's attitude, fuck you, pay me. Excuse my language, guys, but sometimes I just gotta say it how it has to be said. Guys, when you have debt, the bank don't give a shit if you can see your kids, if you can see your husband, if you can see your wife. They don't give a shit if you're sick, stressed, mentally stressed, physically stressed. They don't give a shit. Fuck you, pay me. The bank don't care, guys. When you have debt, you are slave to the bank. The bank is your master. They want their money. They don't care about what you have going on at work. You are tied to that debt. Guys, do not let debt run your life. When you have debt, you are literally slave to the bank because you have to go slave away to make that payment to that debtor or to the debt lender, the debt lender. But you guys get my point. Guys, you have to figure out a way to get out of debt. You have to figure out a way to pay down your debt. Like right now, Sue is not really liking her job. She's not really liking it. Sometimes she's told me she hates it, but she has no choice now but to stay in the current position because she has a big mortgage payment. Debt will run your life, guys, because you will have to do things you don't want to do, stay at jobs you don't want to stay at, work for bosses you hate, work for companies you don't like because of that debt. So guys, just wanted to make this a real quick video. Debt will run your life, guys. If you take on so much debt and accumulate so much debt, the banks don't care. F you, pay me. The banks don't care, guys. So guys, do whatever you have to do to get out of debt. I used the Dave Ramsey debt snowball. That's how I got out of debt. I totally recommend that program. I did not follow Dave's plan verbatim, but I used his debt snowball and it got me out of debt. Credit card debt, car payments, things of that nature. I have a mortgage, yes, but I don't have no damn credit card debt. I pay my shit off monthly. because I have assets now. I have savings now. I don't have car payments, no credit card payments, no personal loans, none of that. That shit is behind me. So my only master now is my mortgage. And I make extra payments on my home to get my home paid off sooner rather than later. So guys, do whatever you have to do to get yourselves out of debt. It's imperative that you guys get out of debt. So guys, remember to like this video, share the video, and most important, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Frank Talks Money. And with that, guys, always remember, financial decisions you make today will impact your financial life tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Frank Talks Money. I'm out here.